and welcome everyone, it's me Spuds, and this will be episode 30 of the city we've been doing, Spudcastle. And first things off, wow, thank you everyone. We just did the 50 subs, so wow, that was lovely. If you're new here and you're not subbed yet, now would be a good time to do so. And you know, if you like the videos, don't forget to hit the big like button. So nice, the support I've been getting so lately off you. It's been lovely. And we have channel wise, we've changed the name now. We've dropped the Sacco from the name, so it's just Spuds from now on. I think it's just less of a mouthful, isn't it? And speaking of channel changes, I did add on my YouTube page, in my channel section now, I've added a bunch of channels that I highly recommend viewing. Some cracking people in this, all kinds of good creators. Still got a few more to add into that. Wouldn't it be the case of you set that up and then you come to start the video and then, yeah, right, in between me making those changes, there's a few more to add into it now, kind of thing. So we'll probably get around to doing individual shouts for a lot of those folks. We will, if we can, make it kind of topical, like we did with Valley. It's a Welsh police station for a Welsh lad who's just built a prison, kind of thing, and that fits in the city. So if we can, we'll make them appropriate. Some really, really good content creators there, and most of them small channels who, could use your support, and some very, very engaging content being made. Right, and speaking of that, what we should do actually, we need to go and check in with Kevin, don't we? Our exile from Beachburg, who's been playing hide and seek, and nobody spotted him in the comments areas over here. Nobody spotted him in the comments last week, so we'll make his hiding place a bit easier this week. For those of you who don't know, Beachburg's another city. It's a bit of a collab thing now. A few folks have been working on it. It's very, very tongue-in-cheek, and they're just going hog wild with it, with the stories they're coming up with for the city. It's been really fun. And yeah, Kevin here, he's an exile from the city, and he's playing hide and seek with the spies from Beachburg at the minute. So yeah, so Kevin, yes, you didn't get spotted this week, so you won. Oh, buddy. Yeah, very, very well done, Kevin. So you run off and hide in the city somewhere, and we'll carry on with the rest of the episode. Oh, buddy. Yes, we've got to make it a little bit easier this week for them. Right, off you go then, and we'll carry on with the rest of the episode. So remember, folks, from now on, if you spot where Kevin is, give us a shout in the comments, and we can name something in the city for you. do thoroughly recommend watching the Beachburg. Such a breath of fresh air with the silliness they've got going on with it. Obviously there'll be links in the description for that. Really, really have been enjoying that Beachburg. It's just so good to see something that's cities, but it's just silly as well, and daft and fun. Right, now just before we do actually jump into the build, we're going to come into this area to do it, and we're going to carry around the coast this way. I'm thinking we could use some commercial up in this area, and maybe some more modern stuff for housing, maybe a market as well to complement the fishing market. Right, but quickly before we do that, a viewer asked last week how I get my cinematics, and I thought, yeah, why not just do a quick little show of that. And I use basically two mods to do it. First one is this cinematic camera, and I've just quickly set up a path here. I'll just delete it actually because I'm re-recording this. So we'll just delete that and do it again. So the basic, what this camera mod basically does is it saves camera positions for you and automatically moves between them. I'll just show you the basic quick way to set one up. Basically pick a start point, click the add button, and you'll see a couple of numbers here. These numbers, the first one is the time it takes the camera to reach this point. The second one is delay in seconds, so if you wanted the camera to stay at this point for a period of time, you could put a number in there for that. And the last number is field of view. Generally I don't touch these two numbers, and I'll leave it as it is. So now we've picked our starting point, we can zoom out, pick an end point. For the purpose of the demo, let's just say, try not to swing the camera actually there. We've picked that point. Excuse me. Now if I just put a couple of '20s in there to give us a flight path. Next stage would be to test that path and have a little look at it. Do we like the frame, and do we like where we're going with it, etc. And we're looking at it thinking, yeah, that looks like a decent shot, we can keep that. Very good. Now obviously there's other things you could do with that. You could also get the camera to swing and then add another point, and then swing and add another point. When you're doing curves, it's a bit of a dark art as what numbers to pick with this, and it is with this as well. There's no right and wrong answers to that. It depends on how fast you want the camera to move, how long the shot is, all those kind of things. So yeah, experiment with that yourself within your city as what works best for you. Now the other thing I like to do is I like to also use this other mod called Play. Now we've set the shot up, the other thing I would do is use this and slow the game speed right down as far as it'll go. You see how everything's really creeping along now. What that'll do is when we get our shot, the camera will be moving super slow and it'll take a long time to get the shot. But what we do then is we use the video editing software to speed that clip up again in post, and it gives you an effect like you're getting like several hundred frames a second and really super silky smooth traffic. So that's the basic way I get the traffic. Now one of the other things you can do with this player, which is really useful for cinematics, is you can pick, you know, what time of day you start it at. Which is really useful if you want to try and maybe get a set of God rays in the shot or whatever. And one of the other things I like to do is use this middle slider and actually change like the day-night cycle speed. So as you get in a cinematic, the day-night passes and you get an idea of what the city looks like at night and at different times of the day as you're getting your fly past. But that's the basics of how I do the cinematics. Right, and with that, I will head back over to the build area over there, and I shall see you all after the time lapse, and enjoy the time lapse. Right, okay, so we're back, and just before we get into what we've actually built, I spotted this. Some of you may have seen the previous video where we were talking about stuck sims and vehicles, and this is what that looks like. You get a big bunch of people all gathered together at one spot that they got stuck at. Now there probably isn't as many there as there could be on other occasions. Now if I was to do the TMPA and do the unstick stuck sims and vehicles thing, what you would see here is a big expanding circle of these sims going in all directions. But I found one of these last week at the other end of this bridge over here, and I found by shortening this node they all just walked on and continued their journey. So let's see if we can recreate that here. If I go in to node controller, see what nodes we've got in this area. See, it was an overstretched node on the other side. Right. Bring this in a wee bit closer as well. And there we go, just by jiggling the nodes. Those people have now resumed their journey. It looks like they're pulling out pocket cars as well. Whether that's a potential has something to do with it, the pocket cars, I don't know. But as you see, they've done the thing where they're all just walking on rather than the exploding circle. So I just thought I'd share that with you. I thought it was interesting. Right, and while we're over in this area, just before I come in the game to record this, I was lucky enough to just go into Discord and spot that our good friend Dukeabo with his 100% vanilla baby city was just about to go live, and oh boy, what a video he's just made there. He's just smashed it out the park. He just did some really 200 IQ stuff, and I will leave a link to that video, and well done Dukeabo, big slap on the back. He just did his 500 subs, and he's got his community tab now, so oh, hey, well done sir. So yeah, what was it called, Bison Time, and the Vanilla Lake thing he just did. Oh wow, what he did with the way he controlled the water on the Vanilla Lake, yeah, 200 IQ. Honestly, you wouldn't believe it was vanilla, what he does with his city. It really is. You'd swear it was modded. And yeah, I haven't loaded the save up for a couple of issues, so I might just go and have a look at the save, because that's another great thing he does. He uploads his save after every video, so, and because it's vanilla, you shouldn't have any problems loading the save, so you can go and have a look around the great city he's built. I think that's a step above that as a creator. I think he's really been smashing it. And let's do another couple of little shouts, because another good friend and supporter of the channel and what have you, she's been smashing it big time as well, and had a really successful week. And where are we? That we're further over, are we? And we're over there for this one. Oh, Kevin, you're supposed to be hiding. That's a bit easy, that one. Well, yes, I did put you there, and that is kind of my fault. Well, yeah, but I didn't know that Joy was going to have such a good week this week. I put you here before that, didn't I? So we'll hide you again for the hide and seek, and remember, in the cinematics at the end, keep your eye out, and if you spot them, let us know. So yeah, what did we rename this? We renamed this Joy's 15-minute Enjoyment Palace. She's doing a wonderful city at the minute. It's a great concept city. The 15-minute city. It's all based around walkability, and everything should be within 15 minutes. And she's done some really fabulous stuff with it. The pocket neighbourhoods particularly, I thought were really nice. And one of her videos this week has just blown up beyond what she normally gets by like 10 times what she normally gets on a video. And she got a couple of hundred subbers off the back of it, which is, wow, go ahead. Nice one, Joy. That's another big Spudsy slap on the back. Yeah, well done. So it's lovely to see people doing well. So yeah, and the video that did well, it was a cracking video, all about walkability and stuff. There'll be a link to that video and the information for this. And all of these content creators, they are all on the content page I showed you at the start there. And there's a few more I need to add on to that, because yeah, wow. When I started recording this, I was like, oh, we made 50. Oh, yeah, we have 52 now, so wow. Thank you, everybody. It's lovely. And the other one we've done is in the build area that we've done. We'll come and have a look at that in a second, or the rest of it anyway. Is this one for D-Dubs. And we've called this the Pretty Please Mrs. D-Dubs. D-Dubs brings the awesome sauce. He's playing on console at the minute, and I know he's absolutely dying to get on PC and play in PC. And he needs to kind of convince Mrs. Dubs to... Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Don't mind us, Mr. Van. Excuse me. So yeah, D-Dubs brings the awesome sauce, and yeah, I know he's dying to get on PC. He's already got the Steam keys for the cities, but he hasn't got the PC yet. So yeah, pretty please, Mrs. Dubs, let him buy a PC. So yeah, what did we put in this area? Yeah, really good stuff D-Dubs makes. He does. I think it's Xbox One he plays on. He really does. He brings the awesome sauce. You wouldn't think you could make such nice stuff with console. I certainly didn't until I started checking out some of them. So right, what did we do? Yeah, we put some more of these Georgian style ones along the front. Got this lovely key that we put in, and just dragged it into the rocks over there. We've mixed up some of the housing with some bits and bobs of newer buildings here and there. And then obviously, as you can see, this is still, you know, very much an affluent area, like, you know. And reflecting that is, you know, yeah, people around here would be Waitrose shoppers. I didn't have a Marks and Spencer's. I thought I did. I would have put a Marks and Spencer's in as well if there'd have been a Marks and Spencer's, like. And then one of my favourite bits is over here with the farmers market, which I thought just keys in with the fishing market nicely. And again, we've used the same road that we've used all around the village and the peninsula. And these, I think these are actually vanilla assets. I think these came with the Green Cities DLC. But I've got nothing against using vanilla assets if they work for what you're trying to do. And normally I'd kind of patch out this where it's kind of blended with the grassy, but I actually thought, no, I quite like how it's done that. Normally I would kind of cover that surface up, but I quite like how that came out. And then around this side, we've just got a travel lodge and continued that row of Georgian houses along the outside of the park there. Really like how they just flow down there. That's quite nice to my eye. Right, I'll go and re-hide Kevin, because yeah, he was right there, so we'll find somewhere a little bit more sneaky than that, and we'll still keep it easier than we had last week, because he was quite fiendish last week. But yeah, we'll go and hide Kevin somewhere, and I shall set some cinematics up, and I hope everyone stays well and keeps doing great like you all seem to be doing and stuff. That's lovely to see when your mates are doing well. Oh, it really is. And hitting numbers myself, getting my first 50 up, made up. Been a lovely week. Right, so yeah, stay well and everything, people. Enjoy the cinematics, and I shall see you all next week.